What's going on, guys? This is BYSSTED back at it with another DB video. This time is going to be SHADDOLL Tearlaments against Branded BYSSTED. Very interesting deck. Well, technically DESPIA, BYSSTED, whatever. In Branded is not really an archetype, it's rather DESPIA featuring cards with the name Branded something. Well, it's just the spells and chaps, really. But yeah, draw phase, he's gonna be winning the dice roll. Branded opening, pitch the Saronier, so that's actually really insane because this is a Foolish Burial, really good with the Retribution, gonna be summoning the Aluber Chainlink 1, and then most likely Chainlink 2 the Saronier, best way to chain block, and this, like I said, will most likely be Foolishing for the Retribution. No, it's actually gonna be sending the Lubellion. Very interesting. No, activate Lost and then activate Branded Fusion. You really don't want to get ashed here because Lost doesn't protect you from getting ashed. It only protects the cards from getting their activations negated, but not their effects negated. Anyways, Branded Fusion is going to be sending the Red Cartesia as well as Fallen of Albaz, so that allows you to make Albion. And then going to be banishing 2 monsters from the grave and also searching with the Branded Lost, search the Albion. So that's actually really neat. He's going to be able to banish the Aluber as well as the Fallen of Albaz, summon the Lubellion, and then discard maybe the Kit in order to shuffle back and... Oh, wow! Discard the Cosmic Cyclone. Very interesting. And make Mirror Jade most likely. And he's going to be able to revive back that Lubellion by sending the Albion and use its effect to get the Branded Beast most likely. Now, that is going to prompt the activation of Venus, unfortunately for him. If he gets a Tearlaments, then he might be able to fuse, but he doesn't get anything. Very unfortunate, and wow, dude, he plays, oh my god, he plays a 60-card deck and drew triple SHADDOLL Fusion and Electromagnetic Turtle. This is so hilarious. Oh my god, so bad. Anyways, Albion, Foolish, maybe the Retribution, exactly, and then shuffle back, well, put back on the bottom, draw 1. I think he's gonna be able to, well, yeah, obviously recycle back Branded Fusion, summon the Magnamut, maybe, if you really value that Druid Worm. No, he's actually gonna go straight into end phase, recycle back the Red Cartesia, and activate that Branded Beast. Should actually be face up, by the way. It doesn't set the card. That would be, oh, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, no, this set... Sorry, the Albion sets the card. It's the Branded Beast that puts it face up as well as the Lubellion. And he's just gonna show his hand and accept defeat like a man because there's no way he's winning with such a disastrous hand, man. Literally nothing. No way he could have played in his top deck was Nibiru, which is like insult to injury. And now he's going to be going first with a much better hand, but his opponent actually has a much worse hand. So Driver and Retribution, 2 cards that you don't really want to draw. I guess Retribution is a very good discard off of Lubellion, so it's not that bad. But Driver is really bad. Albion's alright. Magnamut is very good, and Branded Fusion is very good. Now we have Foolish Goods, which is extremely good. Squamata, SHADDOLL Incarnation, Wendy, and Venus. So how is he going to play this out? So send the Sulik, and most likely search for the Sharon, exactly. And then special summon it, and then trigger any of your tier effect, SHADDOLL effects. That's actually really nasty. So he doesn't get really lucky, doesn't get a single tier, but he does get Squamata, and the Wendy is obviously guaranteed to trigger. So he's going to be able to trigger that and summon maybe SHADDOLL Beast from the deck, and send the SHADDOLL Incarnation, flip the Beast face up, so draw 2 and then discard 1. I'm actually really shocked to see that he plays 2 SHADDOLL Incarnations, but being able to flip the SHADDOLL Beast, draw 2 and then discard the Venus makes it so that he can start this Tearlaments engine, and that is exactly what he wanted. Now, unfortunately, the Magnamut is going to be banishing it, so can't really do too much with that, but he can trigger the Venus in hand now, and get an extra chance at milling 3 Tearlaments monsters. And he does get, actually nothing, because the Reno Heart can't summon itself if you don't have a Tearlaments in your grave, in your hand, sorry. And the Hedgehog is alright, but it's, I want to say, one of the worst SHADDOLL monsters in the game. Searching a SHADDOLL monster doesn't really do much, unless you have, like, a fusion spell. Then it's actually really good. But yeah, now he's going to be able to normal summon that Squamata, make the Time Thief Endure. Very clever way of ensuring that you can still fusion summon, even if you have like your tiers on the field. So yeah, pitch detach the Shaylin as an effect and not as a cost, which allows you to trigger its effect so that you can make the Kitkados, and then search the trap card and play from there. So yeah, the one Magnamut was simply not enough to stop him from playing because he still has a bunch of extenders and still has Eradicator, Salik, SHADDOLL Incarnation, and Wendy in hand, so that's huge. And mail 5 cards on top of sending a tier is also gigantic. And he's going to be sending the Meru, use the effect right away, maybe summon the Lulu Karos. That would make a lot of sense. Is it going to be... Oh, going to be Kaleido Heart. Interesting. And he's going to be shuffling back the Magnamut, and then set 3 cards and pass turn there, and face search the Lubellion with the Magnamut. And that's the reason why Magnamut is too good, because it applies too much pressure. You hand trap your opponent so that their board is worse, but on top of that, you still end your turn. Well, rather, you still start your next turn with 6 cards in hand instead of only 5. So imagine a DD Crow that actually gets your engine started. It's ridiculous. I know I repeat myself a lot, but whatever. So yeah, only 2 bad cards in hand, the rest is like really good. I guess top decking the Branded Beast is not really nice, but still, against Salic, Kaleido Heart, Eradicator, and Incarnation, unless he goes Eradicator for spells on standby, which he doesn't do, you should be able to play very well. Now, I actually believe I would have used the Branded Fusion right away, well, I mean, yeah, no, never mind, you can't really predict that your opponent randomly has Eradicator. But yeah, Lubellion, search the Magnabot, and then Branded Fusion send the Tragedy as well as the Fallen of Albaz summon the Lubellion. Dude, the 2 Lubellions now, and of course, we have like Albion and some other... They're all freaking similar, man. But yeah, discard the Retribution, search, maybe that's gonna be the... No, not the Adalbert, maybe the Aluber, yeah. You might want to search the Rebranded now. Might actually be decent. But yeah, anyways, Albion is going to be sending the Rebranded, so you can recycle it back right away with the Retribution. And that would be a way to draw even more cards with the Magnamut. But yeah, banish the SHADDOLL Beast and then trigger both of cards. So put back the SHADDOLL Beast into the bottom of the deck, draw 1 card, and search on your end phase. So getting a lot of his money back, but unfortunately the Eradicator will take care of it. And one thing that did surprise me is that he didn't chain Branded Opening. I think there was like no reason not to do that, unless you're randomly locked. But yeah, I would have chained the Branded Opening, pitch the Driver, summon like Ad Libitum or something, whatever. Anyways, attack, and then he was gonna flip the SHADDOLL Wendy to summon the Hedgehog. Tribute summon for the Driver, what the heck? And then end phase search the Druid Worm. Not much that he can really use to interrupt his opponent now outside of Branded Beast to send the Druid Worm, so he can interrupt by sending 2 monsters, but that's about it. And never mind, the reason why he tribute summoned the Driver was to play around SHADDOLL Fusion, so that was actually very well played. Nicely done. I can't believe I actually forgot about that for a moment. Driver coming in clutch, let's freaking go, man. So that's the reason why he didn't want to use Branded Opening. See, the 10 billion IQ, man. He has Al Capone with a SHADDOLL Beast and a bunch of cards in hand, so this is gonna be a little tricky. Nah, I'm saying for the BYSSTED deck, yeah. But the Druid Worm can trigger now, banish the Meru. He still has the Shaylin, but that's not that good because the Redoer... What happened with the Redoer, by the way? Did he, like, forget to get it back on the end phase? Yeah, I think he did. I think people always forget Redoer, and sometimes when they remember it, it's, like, way too late. But maybe he didn't forget and something made it stay there, but I don't think so because it's in the banished, not like in the graveyard or in the extra deck. So yeah, I think they all forgot the Redoer, but is it really gonna matter? Not really. Oh my god, yeah, the SHADDOLL player has everything. So yeah, summon the Kid Kalos and then use its effect. Search the Meru so you can mill 8 even though it really doesn't matter. Send it so that you can revive back the Kaleido Heart, which is even worse. And also, destroy the Driver. Well, hold on. He actually shuffled back a card. Oh, never mind. He's using it on the battle phase. Yeah, very clever. So, shuffle back the Druid Worm so you can actually attack twice with the Kaleido Heart. Very nice move. And also fuse again for SHADDOLL. What the heck? That is actually nasty. Literally disgusting. Anyways, game 3. The third and final game. The branded player is going to be going first. Insane hand. Branded Opening, Branded Fusion, Banshee, Red Cartesia, and Tragedy. Barely gets any better than that. Up against a very good hand as well. SHADDOLL Fusion, Meru, SHADDOLL Beast evenly, and El SHADDOLL Fusion. Who are you rooting for? I want to say, though, it's very tricky for this deck to put up, like, Omni Negate, so evenly might be a little too nasty here. Anyways, Branded Opening, page the Tragedy, summon the Aluber, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. So search Ad Libitum and search for... which would be the best one here? Would it be the Rebranded? Oh, Branded Lost. Yeah, of course. I mean, it searches you a monster that gets you a draw and a Foolish Burial. So, of course, it's really good. Yeah, send the Lubellion, the other one, summon the Albion, and then banish the Aluber most likely, as well as the Fallen of Albaz. Summon the Mercurier, so at this point, Nibiru really does nothing at all because you can simply negate it. Summon, of course, the Lubellion, discard the Banshee because it's actually better to have in the graveyard anyways. Summon the Mirror Jade, and he's not going to use the effect of Banshee right away. There's no reason to do that. It actually cucks you as well because you won't be able to use the effect of Branded Beast to destroy a card your opponent controls. So you'd rather use Branded Beast to like pop a card first and then still on your opponent's turn use the Banshee in order to activate Zombie World. And that way you can also stop your opponent from being able to fuse for the Kid Kalos. So Necroworld Banshee is actually really good against Tearlaments. Anyways, he's going to be getting the Rebranded off of the Lubellion, and end phase is going to be setting the Retribution with the Albion. I don't really get it. Wouldn't Branded in red just be like so much better here? Yeah, I think it would, huh? Yeah. And why did he... I guess he's just not playing Ad Libitum. Otherwise, he would have searched it with the Tragedy. But he searched another Aluber, which I also find to be very, very interesting. But anyways, he has an unused up Mirror Jade, which is nasty. Branded Lost with the Mercourier, rebranded so you can draw a bunch of cards. Branded Retribution, which is still negate, I guess. You can use it to like shuffle back two fusion monsters from the grave that list Fallen of Albaz into the extra deck to negate a monster spell or trap card that includes an effect of special summon, just like Lulu Karos. Or return back the Mirror Jade, which is actually very nuggy. But yeah, he goes into battle phase right away and actually keeps the Mirror Jade, which makes him lose very, very hard to SHADDOLL Fusion, unfortunately. And he gets Impermed as well. Now, I think on the Imperm, I would have chained Mirror Jade to banish myself. I think I would have done that because he was playing around the SHADDOLL Fusion very well on game 2, but for some reason, he didn't try to do that on game 3. So, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but I guess, yeah, it's... Maybe he really prioritized keeping the negate of Mercourier, which is also logical. And in a 60-card deck, the odds of seeing SHADDOLL Fusion are so low that, yeah, there was no other way around it, I want to say. I can't really blame him for taking the decision that he took. But yeah, at this point, the SHADDOLL player has just way too much gas. When you're able to, like, evenly Imperm and SHADDOLL Fusion, it's really, really difficult to lose. Like, you have to put in the effort. Even search his freaking SHADDOLL Schism on his face. Oh my god, revive back the Meru. If he gets like any tier, he can summon... Oh, not even. Yeah, end phase, use Titanic Lat, summon Fallen of Albaz. Fuse for the Sprint, the Iron Dash Dragon. I don't think the effect is too relevant, but it's very easy to summon, so it's not too bad. And he's going to be drawing Ghost Bell for turn, which takes care of that SHADDOLL Schism. Not bad at all, actually. Tragedy is going to reset back the Brand of Fusion. He activates it. He goes Ghost Bell, negate the Schism. So, yeah, he should have actually flipped the Schism in the standby phase or something, and then use the Schism after that, because there is a higher likelihood of you getting hit by Ghost Bell than Ghost Ogre. And if the Ghost Bell negates the activation of Schism while it tries to also fuse, the Schism goes to the grave, whereas if it only negates its effect to fuse, it will not go to the grave if it was already face up on the field to begin with. But yeah, I guess he did that? I don't know, man. Maybe he flipped and then you... I didn't really keep track, but yeah, otherwise, if he, like, flipped and said, like, activate effect at the same time, the Schism technically should be sent to the grave, because, again, the activation got negated. But he had the SHADDOLL Fusion for the Winda anyways. Not that it matters, because he can still survive. He has a pretty nice wall. Even if the Winda dies, you can still kind of play it out. The Mirror Jade cannot use its effect, and he's just summoning a bunch of bad monsters. And he can only control one Mirror Jade. So, yeah, you would have to, like, neg by putting back the Mirror Jade and then summon it again if you want to use the effect to banish the Winda. And if he wants to destroy the SHADDOLL Beast, unfortunately, he will be drawing 2 cards and send the Meru so that he can summon, like, a Lido Heart on the opponent's turn, or, like, another Winda or something, and that is absolutely not what you want to see. So, yeah, he can't really, you know, destroy all that. And main phase 2, he goes normal summon Red Cartesia, and I think he just kind of passes there. Oh, no, actually fuses right away. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna fuse with the Sprint in order to summon Dragostapelia. No, you can't do that. You need a fusion monster and a dark monster. Red Cartesia is light. So yeah, he's gonna fuse using the Aluber. That is a legal move. And then end phase is gonna be searching the Spriggan Skid, which is 100% useless, doesn't achieve anything. Standby phase, Mirror Jade effect. Whoa. Why is that? He's really that scared of SHADDOLL Beast? I guess, nah, I guess it makes sense, yeah, I guess. Activate SHADDOLL Fusion, though. That is very bad. Because he's, like, back to having, like, no real interruptions. Like, the Dragostapelia is very weak. And the Red Cartesia cannot summon the Guardian Chimera. I mean, it can, but the Guardian Chimera is not really gonna have, like, an effect, so it's pretty bad. And now he has SHADDOLL Schism so that he can also start dodging stuff. It's just gonna be too much at this point, and he's gonna be chaining Red Cartesia. Muddragon of the Swamp, that's an illegal move. Not only is that a misplay, even if you could do it, but you can't do it because you need to summon a level 8 or higher monster. So I don't think there are a lot of options here anyways. Technically could have summoned another Dragostapelia, but that wouldn't have saved him. He still would have lost out to the SHADDOLL Construct. So yeah, really nothing that you can do here. And then main phase 2, summon Dark, recycle back the SHADDOLL Fusion, as well as the rest SHADDOLL with the 2 SHADDOLL monsters. Revive back the Banshee, which is going to prompt its effect right away. Normal summon the Meru, send 3, and gets a SHADDOLL Dragon, as well as the Salic. Oh my god, you're so good at this game! Oh man, so he's gonna be able to destroy that zombie world. And now there's really 0 interruptions at all in the graveyard, so he's free to pop off. Gonna be going Shaylin effect to pitch the Ariel, banish even more cards, and then mill 3, and that's just too much, man. Oh, absolutely nasty turn of events. Oh my god, how can you lose after all of this? This is crazy. The card advantage also that he has over his opponent is ridiculous as well. Look at this freaking graveyard. Oh my god. I mean, unless you're playing like only 2 Winda, only 1 Construct, and only 1 Abkalone. But either way, you can recycle it back with like, I don't know, Muddragon of the Swamp, Dragos, Tapelia, etc. So it's really not like you're ever really running out of monsters when you're playing Tearlaments. But that's pretty much it for this match. I hope you guys were able to enjoy. I think y'all declared forfeit anyways. So yeah, I'm not going to go into like the other games. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.